Welcome to part 2 of my office makeover, where the room finally starts coming together. This was where we left off, but once the paint dried, it was time to start adding the trim. Jesse used a miter saw to cut them at 45-degree angles for where they needed to be connected and the corners of the room, but since they were large pieces, we didn't have to cut too much, and this process went by pretty quick. We filled all the nail holes with wood filler and sanded everything smooth so you wouldn't see any marks, and then it was time for my favorite part, the bobbin trim. Although it took me forever to paint each piece and get into every little groove, it was 100% worth it, and while I did that, Jesse painted the rest of the walls. Then we attached the bobbin trim with caulk directly underneath the first trim all the way around the room. These pieces were much shorter than the first trim we used, and we only had to make a handful of cuts to fit the smaller sections. We only used a small amount of caulk, but if any did squeeze out from underneath the trim, we just used a toothpick to clean it up. And after all of the bobbin was installed, I made one more small upgrade and swapped out this hideous light switch cover, and then we were done for the day. So here is how the room is looking now. I feel like the paint colors completely change depending on where you're standing in the room and what time of day it is, but I absolutely love how cozy it feels in here. And I'll admit that I'm pretty proud that all of the work we did in this room only resulted in a tiny bit of paint on the carpet, which I'll tackle cleaning up another day. Although I'm so excited to start working in here, this room isn't quite finished yet. Next, I want to add some sort of design to the upper part of the wall and the ceiling to give it that wallpaper look. And then of course, I need to bring in furniture and finish decorating the entire space. But I'm grateful the hard part is over and I truly love the result.